Now, here's your host, six-time Polka Hall of Fame award winner, Mike Schneider.
Thank you very much for that wonderful introduction, and thank you for tuning in to this special pint-sized polkas program brought to you by your friends at the Okefenokee Regional Library System. Thanks to Miss Karen and Miss Martha and your friends groups there for making this program possible. You know, I wish I could be there with you in person like I was a few years back, but hopefully COVID will be gone soon and I can be back there again in the not-too-distant future. In the meantime, if you don't remember me from last time, well, my name is Mike Schneider, and I come to you all the way from Clinton, Wisconsin, believe it or not. And we're going to get started appropriately with a song called the Hello Polka. And if at any point today you feel like singing, dancing, or clapping along, please feel free to do so. Let's get started with Hello. Hello, hello, hello. What a wonderful word, hello. Hello, hello, hello. You will hear it wherever you go. And when you greet your friends at polka dances, or even someone you don't know that passes, hello, hello, hello. What a wonderful word, hello. At polka dances, or even someone you don't know that passes. Hello, hello, hello. What a wonderful word, hello. Hello, hello, hello. What a wonderful word, hello. The Hello Polka to kick things off here today. And you know, one of the most common questions I'm asked when I'm out doing a program is, well, how do you play this instrument? Well, before I tell you how I play this instrument, I'd like to ask you, do you know what this instrument is called? And I'm going to be asking you a number of questions throughout today's program, and I'm going to be giving you multiple choices. And this question's no different. In fact, the multiple choices for this one are either A, accordion, B, bandoneon, or C, concertina. Now, they're all pretty similar instruments, but if you were thinking A for accordion, you are absolutely right. Great job to you. So people ask me, how do you play the accordion? I always say it's a matter of flexibility. You have to be really flexible to be able to play the accordion. And right now, we're going to test your flexibility. And to do that, I'd like you to put your hands out in front of yourself like this. Yeah, now we are going to take our hands and rotate them so our thumbs are pointed down at the ground like this. Hopefully not a reflection on my music. Now I want you to take your right hand and cross it over the top of your left hand. Very good. Now we are going to intertwine our fingers like this. This is where things get a little tricky. I need you to keep your arms as straight as you can, and I want you to pay really close attention to your pinky fingers, because I need you to wiggle just your right pinky finger, that is the one on this hand, because in the count of 3, we are going to take our hands again and rotate them so our thumbs are pointed back up at the ceiling like this. 1, 2, 3. Aha! Are your thumbs pointed up at the ceiling like mine are? Well, if they aren't, it's okay. That was just a magic trick, and you can still play the accordion. And I hope you do. Well, coming up next, we have our first segment about occupations, jobs, and careers.
This Pint-Sized Polkas program is brought to you by your library.
Back as promised right now for our first segment about occupations, jobs, and careers. Our first of several segments like this. And the way they're going to work is each segment I'll show you a picture of one of my kids wearing a hat. And then you guess the job that goes with it. So here comes our first picture. This is my daughter Kelby. And what job do you think goes with the hat that she's wearing? Well, if you guessed pilot, you are right. Great job. Well, if you're a pilot, you might have the chance to do a very special kind of maneuver called parabolic flight. And if you're a passenger on one of those planes, you'd be in the back of the cabin floating all over the place, almost like you were in space. And you might be wondering right now, well, why am I holding up this red Solo cup? It's not because I'm thirsty. It's actually because if we were in space right now, this would be floating all over the place. Of course, we're not in space, and if I let this red Solo cup go, it's going to go. Apparently, it's not going to drop. It is going to float right here as if we were in space, which is unbelievable. However, we are not in space. I'm in my office doing this program for you, and that means, of course, gravity is going to catch up with us here, and I am going to have to catch the red Solo cup. And with that, here comes our first trivia question about aviation, which is, this pair of primates was the first to return to Earth after successful spaceflight. Your three multiple choices are either A, Abel and Baker, B, Siskel and Ebert, or C, Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. Which one do you think is right? Well, if you guessed A for Abel and Baker, you are absolutely right. Great job to you. And I will bet at your library they have some great books about spaceships, about the moon, maybe even Abel and Baker, that you can check out the next time you are able to visit the Okefenokee Regional Library System in person or online. And what do you think they call a flying monkey? Yeah, it's a hot air baboon. All right, well, since we just talked about flying monkeys, being a pilot, or being an astronaut, I would like you to put out your wings like this. Yeah, and maybe give them a little wiggle and get ready for takeoff to the sounds of the Flying Machine Polka. Way up in the sky there is a flying machine, happy flying machine with great big jets on its wings. It soars on a cloud without a fear or a care. It is oh so safe as it just glides on the air. Out pops its wheels when it's ready to land, piloted in by the captain's steady hand. It lands oh so soft like the feathers on a hen. He hollers and back, let's go flying again. Right back in the air goes the flying machine, happy flying machine with great big jets on its wings. If you want to ride, there's only one thing to do. Yes, the flying machine will be coming for you. All right, everybody, get those wings out. And keep your planes in the air. Out pops its wheels when it's ready to land, piloted in by the captain's steady hand. He lands oh so soft like the feathers on a hen. He hollers and back, let's go flying again. Right back in the air goes the flying machine, happy flying machine with great big jets on its wings. If you want to ride, there's only one thing to do. Yes, the flying machine will be coming for you. All right, one more time, everybody get your wings out. And we're on final approach. Get ready to land. The Flying Machine Polka. And if you're a pilot, you can fly anywhere in the world. Although travel has been kind of limited this last year with COVID, so I thought it might be fun right now to visit a popular tourist destination. One, in fact, that has served as home to at least a couple mice. Yeah, keep that clue in mind as we play a special Tails and Tales edition of the Pint Size Polkas Geography Challenge. The Pint Size Polkas Geography Challenge. Brought to you by PintSizePolkas.com. we're bringing happy back. Our mystery destination, pictured here, is its state's 5th largest city. It is located in the far southeastern corner of the United States. Major tourist attractions include Universal Studios, Epcot, and Magic Kingdom Park. Current and former notable residents include astronaut John Young, baseball player Johnny Damon, and golfer Tiger Woods. Our mystery destination is A. Savannah, Georgia, B. Orlando, Florida, or C. Hannah, Montana. All right, which one do you think is right? Well, if you guessed Orlando, Florida, you are absolutely right. Great job to you. And you know, if you've ever been to Orlando, Florida, or you've traveled anywhere far and wide, some people might call you a happy wanderer. And that brings us to the next song we'll sing today, called the Happy Wanderer Polka. And there's a part that I need your help with. I'll sing Valderie, you sing that back to me. Then I'll sing Valderon, you sing that back to me as loud as you can. Let's give it a try with the Happy Wanderer. I love to go wandering along the mountain track, and as I go, I love to sing my knapsack on my back. Valderie, Valdera, Valderie, Valdera, Valderie, Valdera, my knapsack on my back. I love to wander by the stream that dances in the sun. So joyously it calls to me, come join my happy song. Valderie, Valdera, Valderie, Valdera, Valderie, Valdera, come join my happy song. Oh, may I go a-wandering until the day I die, and may I always laugh and sing beneath God's clear blue sky. One more time. Valderie, Valdera, Valderie, Valdera, Valderie, Valdera, beneath God's clear blue sky. Beneath God's clear blue sky. The Happy Wanderer Polka. When we come back, the most famous song ever played on the accordion.
If you're enjoying this video, please mention and share it with your fellow library patrons. Thank you.
You may have been wondering during the break, what is the most famous song ever played on the accordion? If you're an adult, you might be thinking one thing. If you're a kid, you might be thinking something else. But either way, if you are thinking about chickens, you are on the right track. And you know, chickens come in all colors, shapes, sizes. That's my son holding our rooster Larry. That doesn't belong in there. But you get the idea. Chickens are very popular animals. And I thought it would be fun right now to pay them tribute with a special edition of the Chicken Dance. And if you've never done the Chicken Dance before, it's really simple. The first thing I want you to do is raise your hands like this, because we are going to make our little beaks 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to flap our little wings 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to wiggle down 4 times. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And then we will clap 4 times. And when we're singing, it sounds like this. Follow along once more. First you make your little beaks and you flap your little wings and you wiggle all the way. Clap, 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 clap. Just like that. I'm going to have my daughter and son, Kelby and Evan, join us for the chicken dance. I hope you'll follow along. Let's get started. First you make your little beaks and you flap your little wings and you wiggle all the way down to the ground. You do it once again, just pretend that you're a hen. You'll be the best dancer in town. This isn't just a dance, it is called the chicken dance. It is the greatest dance around. You give it just one chance, it is worth a second glance. You'll be amazed at what you found. Now, if you are lucky enough at home to have a partner, I'd like you to link arms with that person and twirl around safely. Now go and find yourself a partner as you twirl around the floor. And once you've done the chicken dance, you'll keep coming back for more. Here we go again with the chicken dance part. Clap, 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 clap. Evan and Kelby, do you suppose you could go faster? Yes, well, I hope you at home can go faster. Let's give it a try. Find a partner and swirl around. Nice job, Evan and Kelby. Great job to you at home doing the chicken dance. Well, that brings us right now to a special Tails and Tales edition of Name That Tune. And if you've never played Name That Tune before, it's really easy. The way it works is I will play 3 short songs for you, and at the end, I'll give you the answers. So if you're ready, here comes mystery song number 1, and your clue for this one is this song mentions several popular farm animals. All right, mystery song number 1. Think you know the answer? Well, we'll find out in just a moment. In the meantime, here comes mystery song number 2, and your clue for this one is the animals featured in this movie are prehistoric. Mystery song number 2 sounds a little different on the accordion, doesn't it? Well, we'll find out the answer to that one in just a bit as well. In the meantime, here comes our third and final mystery tune. And your clue for this one is the most popular version of this song was sung by a crab. Our third and final mystery tune, and that means right now it's time to reveal the answers. And we'll start with mystery song number 1. And your clue for that one was this song mentions several popular farm animals. Well, if you were thinking the farm belonged to Old MacDonald, you are right. Old MacDonald had a farm. Our second mystery tune, your clue for that one was the animals in this movie series are prehistoric. Well, they sure are, from Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, 2 great movie series. And our third and final mystery tune, your clue for that one was the most popular version of this song was sung by a crab, or it could be a lobster, depending upon what side of the debate you're on. That was Under the Sea from The Little Mermaid. Well, that brings us right now to our next segment about occupations, jobs, and careers. And, of course, to a picture of another hat, this time worn by my son Garrett. More of a helmet, really. What job do you think goes with the helmet that Garrett's wearing? Well, if you're thinking firefighter, you are absolutely right. Great job to you once again. And that brings us to our next trivia question of the day today, which is, the type of dog pictured here is most commonly associated with firehouses. Your 3 multiple choices are either A, Dalmatian, B, carnation, or C, hot, as in hot dog? Well, if you guessed A for Dalmatian, that is right. And I will bet at your library they have some great books about firefighters, firehouses, maybe even Dalmatians that you can check out the next time you are able to visit the Okefenokee Regional Library System in person or online. You know, I was just thinking to myself, a lot of things around fires are red. The fire itself can be kind of red. The fire truck is red. Fire helmets are red. Well, why is it you think that firefighters wear red suspenders? Well, it's to keep their pants up. All right. Well, with that, here comes our next song, and it's one called The Firehouse Polka. The fire truck leaves the firehouse on its way to a blazing scene. The firemen and women fight the fire. They make an amazing team. With their hoses aimed at the burning flames, they put the fire out. The fire chief thanks them each by name. Thanks well deserved, no doubt. The fire truck leaves the firehouse on its way to a blazing scene. The firemen and women fight the fire. They make an amazing team. With their hoses aimed at the burning flames, they put the fire out. The fire chief thanks them each by name. Thanks well deserved, no doubt. The Firehouse Polka. When we come back, an occupation of a different type.
Visit pintsizepolkas.com to find out where Mike is performing next. While you're there, check out the media and music pages for more videos and to purchase Pint-Sized Polkas CDs. Thank you.
Back as promised right now with a segment about a job of a very different type. And again, another hat coming your way, this time worn by my daughter Kelby. And what job do you think goes with the hat that she's wearing this time? Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you a few clues for this one because this one's pretty tricky. The word I'm looking for starts with the letter Y. And the job I'm looking for sounds really good in the mountains. Well, if you're thinking yodeler, once again, you've done it. Great job to you, a yodeler. And you know, speaking of yodeling, a few weeks back, I had tickets to go see Tony the Yodeling Pony in person. Yeah. Have you ever heard of Tony the Yodeling Pony? No? Well, I was really excited to go see Tony the Yodeling Pony, but unfortunately, he had to cancel his show. And it wasn't because of COVID either. It was because he was a little hoarse. All right, well, that brings us right now to my opportunity to teach you how to yodel. And the first thing I'd like you to do is repeat after me. Hallelujah. Very good. And the way it'll work in the song is I'll sing. You just go 1, 2, 3, 4, hallelujah. And then we all yodel together. Let's give it a try with Teach Me How to Yodel. Will you teach me how to yodel, my cute little mountain boy? Will you teach me how to yodel and fill my heart with joy? Here we go. Just go 1, 2, 3, 4, hallelujah. Try it once more, hallelujah. 1, 2, 3, 4, hallelujah. Yodeling is fun for me and you. Here we go. Just go 1, 2, 3, 4, hallelujah. Try it once more. Hullabaloo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yodeling is fun for me and you. Teach me how to yodel. Great job yodeling along at home. And that brings us right now to our next segment about occupations, jobs, and careers, and to a picture of this hat. Worn once again by my son Evan, and my question for you is, what job do you think goes with this hat? Well, if you're thinking it has to do with the logging industry for a logger or a lumberjack, you are right. Great job once again. And that brings us to our next trivia question of the day today, which is, legendary lumberjack Paul Bunyan was reported to have created these so that his blue ox Babe could stay hydrated. Your 3 multiple choices are either A, the Great Lakes, B, fire hydrants, or C, free refills at Mickey D's. Which one do you think is right? Well, if you guessed A for the Great Lakes, you are correct once again. And I will bet at your library they have some great books about Paul Bunyan, Babe the Blue Ox, and probably even the Great Lakes that you can check out the next time you are able to visit Miss Karen, Miss Martha, and the Okefenokee Regional Library System in person or online. And you know, talking about lumberjacks, what do lumberjacks and preschoolers have in common? Yeah, they can both count a tree. All right, another little joke there for you today. And with that, I would like you to raise your hand like this. And now I'd like you to make a fist, because we are all holding imaginary handsaws that we are going to use to saw our trees in time to the beat of the music, just like this, and the Jolly Lumberjack Polka. High on the hill, way up in the breeze, the lumberjack is sawing his trees. He saws all day and he saws all night. If you are lucky, you just might hear him saw. Everybody get those saws moving. And saw your trees. High on the mountain, up in the trees, the lumberjack will fall to his knees. He runs down the hill just laughing all the way. When he gets up, he will saw another day. Can you hear him saw? One more time, everybody keep those saws moving again. And now we'll saw faster because it's almost quitting time. And what do you say when your tree is falling? Timber! That's right! And then we replant our tree crops because it's a great thing to do for the environment. Well, when we come back, our final segment about occupations, jobs, and careers.
This Pint-Sized Polkas program is brought to you by your library.
It's time right now for our final segment about occupations, jobs, and careers. And that also means it's time for the final picture of the day, this time of all 3 of my kids wearing John Deere hats. Now, what kind of job do you think goes with someone who wears a John Deere hat? Well, I'll give you a clue. It's someone that works in a field and is often found on a tractor. If you're thinking farmer, you're absolutely right. And you know, farmers spend a lot of time in their fields, and when they're working in their fields, they get pretty dirty and sweaty. Now, I don't know about you, but when I'm dirty and sweaty, I like to take a shower, right? Maybe take a bath, I wash my hands, I brush my teeth. It's all called good personal hygiene. That's really important during this time of COVID, especially that you're washing your hands often and doing a good job of it. But you know, when I'm taking a shower, I don't know about you, but I wash my head. Do you wash your head? Yeah. Do you wash your shoulders? Me too. Do you wash your knees? Good. What about your toes? Do you wash your toes? Yeah, sometimes I skip my toes too, but it's always best to wash them if you can. But do you have any idea of what I'm getting at? Well, let's do a quick review. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Yes, and we're going to have Garrett, Kelby, and Evan join us. They will lead us with head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Here we go. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Garrett, Kelby, and Evan, was that kind of slow? Yeah? Should we go a little faster? All right, let's give this a try. Here we go. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Garrett, Kelby, and Evan, do you suppose you could go even faster? Would you at home like to go faster? All right, let's find out. Here we go. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and head. Shoulders, knees, and head. Shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Nice job, Garrett, Kelby, and Evan. Great job to you at home. Well, that brings us to our final song of the day today. And earlier, during Name That Tune, I played Old MacDonald Had a Farm. E-I-E-I-O. Well, those vowels are going to get very familiar to you because we are going to wrap up the day with a song called E-I-O. And the way it works is I'll sing E-I-E-I-E-I-O, then you sing it back to me as loud as you can. Let's give it a try. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. Ooh, very good, very good. In fact, we'll have Garrett, Kelby, and Evan join us for the E-I-O part. But I'm going to start, however, with a part that goes, hey, hey, ba-ba-ree-ba. Feel free to sing along. Hey, hey, ba-ba-ree-ba. Hey, hey, ba-ba-ree-ba. Hey, hey, ba-ba-ree-ba. Oh, E-I-E-I-E-I-O. Hey, E-I-E-I-E-I-O. Hey, E-I-E-I-E-I-O. Hey, E-I-E-I-E-I-O. Oh, E-I-E-I-E-I-O. 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 E-I-O. Nice job, Garrett, Kelby, and Evan. Great job to you at home once again singing along. Well, my name is Mike Schneider, saying thank you again for tuning in to the special Pint-Size Polkas program brought to you by your friends at the library. Make sure to visit, whether in person or online, to check out some good books and other materials. Thanks again. You may have heard of COVID, unless you live on Mars. It's causing lots of problems, this nasty strain of SARS. Now this disease called COVID, it could make you real sick. So how do we prevent it? Just try this simple trick. Scrub, 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 to get your hands real clean. From your palms to your fingernails and places in between. Scrub, 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 and the soap please don't forget. Turn the water on, and you will be all set. Called COVID, its fate is in our hands. So let's all wash them off and wash every chance you can. With this disease called COVID, we must use our heads. Wear a mask, don't touch your face, and let's contain its spread. Scrub, 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 to get your hands real clean. From your palms to your fingernails and places in between.
between. Scrub, 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 and the soap please don't forget. Turn the water on, and you will be all set.